perspective on failure. Everyone experiences failures before they ultimately succeed. Some let their failures stop them. Some keep trying. You'll probably have to fail a few times before you get it right. Success is not about avoiding failure. Failure is about avoiding failure. Success is about trying. Fail fast, fail forward, fail often.
You guys can't see, but I have the one and only Gary Keller behind me and Seth Campbell.
Where? Here we are. We're here.
Here we go. Look at this. Here it is. We're just doing a quick command overview. How are you, sir? Good to see you.
Great to see you.
This is command overview. So we're just doing command, step-by-step instructions to get started. If you've never logged in, we're just walking through everything.
Perfect.
So yeah, so that's what we're doing.
Keller Williams was kind of a cultural experiment. At the end of the day, I wanted to see if I could build an organization that put people first.
As soon as I heard about the economic model and how they were going to share with all the people that helped build the company, I actually said, this will be the #1 company in the world.
The Y4C2Ts was the first time in my life that I'd seen a company actually express their value system and what they believed in on paper.
We are no longer outsourcing to third-party companies. World-class technology companies don't rent their vision, they own it. The only company on the planet that cares more about your success is only Keller Williams.
All right, Gary, I want to start this off with hearing a little bit about your journey.
Minus 10, 9, 8. We have a go for main engine start. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
We're a family here at Keller Williams, and families hug. With all the reuniting that's going on this week, we want to pass along a few helpful tips to make sure you're ready to hug. Tip number 1, be transparent. You don't want to scare your friend, catch them off guard, or put them on the defense. When going in for a hug, make it clear what you are doing. Tip number 2, show your sincerity. There is nothing worse than a sloppy, half-hearted attempt at a hug. Remember, a hug is a gift, and when you go in for the hug, grip your friend firmly in your arms for at least 2 seconds and mean it. Tip number 3, go with the flow. If you have a bear hugger approaching you, embrace it. Don't force the one-armed, half-hug backslap. Nothing says awkward more than trying to turn a bear hug into a halvesies. Now that's it. If you follow these simple tips, you'll be ready for an awesome week filled with hugs. And may I remind you, you gotta give and get 7 hugs a day, or you start to get a little bit weird. So let's all make it a goal to give out 7 hugs every single day. Happy hugging.
A few years ago, we gathered all the smartest people we knew, agents, market centers and regional leaders, technologists, data scientists, and asked them some big questions. What does it look like when technology is simple, smarter, and more human? How can we ensure agents stay at the center of the transaction where their clients want them? How do we accomplish this while eliminating the cost? It's called Command, and it's going to change the way we do business. Start by adding contacts directly, or through a simple voice command with Kelly. All calls, texts, notes, and any other customized fields are synced automatically across all platforms. When you add a new contact to Command, a neighborhood is automatically associated with their address. That way you can share the most pertinent information, such as migration patterns or median home price. Marketing materials have evolved.
Okay, so today I have this great bag to give away. It's got a little KW on it too, isn't it special? And if you wanted to gift it to someone, I have a box and tissue paper like ready to go. So if you end up getting it and you want to give it away, I've got you hooked up. I even might have wrapping paper for you. So anyway, all right. So we're gonna start with what you're grateful for. So who wants to start? Melissa?
I am grateful for all the business I've had lately and more that keeps coming.
Yeah, well, tell them why you have business.
Because I've been doing my phone calls and my work.
What usually happens to you in like December and January?
December and January I normally take off because it's the holidays and why not? And this year I didn't, and I am so busy right now. So blessed.
Awesome.
So y'all work in December and January and whether you want to or not.
All right, anyone else? Something you're grateful for?
My buyer finally found a house.
When you say finally, what was that?
Well, we've been looking. First I found him a lease house, and then he started looking in January, and so we've been looking at new builds.
Oh, gotcha.
So I've learned a lot of new things about new builds. So it's found one he really likes.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Anyone else? Grateful.
You don't need my card.
Okay.
And I'm grateful to be here, and I'm grateful for all the support that you all have shown me over the past week and a half. I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for having me as part of the team.
Okay, so if you guys don't know who this is, it just stood out. So we are going to introduce her on the slideshow, but this is April Freeze, and she's our new productivity coach here. So that's super exciting, and just know that you don't have to be new. If you need some accountability and some coaching in your life, then she's more than willing to sit down with you, help you put a plan together, and hold you accountable. So just know that, and after we get back from family reunion, we'll have a coaching orientation. So if that's something that you might be interested in, you can at least come in and hear what how the program is going to run, what that looks like. the most beautiful part of it right now is it will cost you $0. So it is an opportunity for you to have some one-on-one coaching, some group coaching, some accountability for no additional charge. So I kind of think it'd be crazy not to take advantage of that.
Wait, did you just say it was free?
I said it was free. So yes, so anyway, and thank you for everyone that's made her feel warm and welcome. I think she fits in just perfect with us here, so I think it's going to be a great partnership. All right, anyone else? Elsie.
I'm grateful for the branding that I'm using and bringing a lot of conversation and starting a lot of conversation with people that I can get more business from.
Good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone else? Something you're grateful for? Hi.
I'm new. I'm Savannah. I'm representing the RJF team today. It's my first time. I'm grateful for the fact that I'm getting ready to close on my very first house next week. I'm terrified, but really excited. That's completely random, but yeah. So
congratulations. All right. Anyone else? Something you're grateful for? Hi, Sarah.
Hi. I had my first phone duty today. So.
Oh, yes. Awesome. Did you get any calls?
No.
Okay.
I did not.
All right.
Well, try again.
That's right.
Get a lot more than that.
Kristen?
I am grateful for Stacy Manson because she has kept me in check and lifted me up through a couple of bumps that have happened in the last week and pulling me from the bootstraps and making sure that this business is tumultuous sometimes, and she reminds me that it's still good. Yeah. So
thank you, Stacy. All right. Michael.
I'm grateful for all of my family and friends coming to help with our newborn baby.
So tell us when she was born and what her name is.
Born December 21st. I don't remember the time because it was just so.
Your wife will remember.
Don't
ever tell your wife you don't.
Oh. Her name is Adeline Rose Checky, and she was 7 pounds, something else is out.
She's cute, super cute.
Super cute.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. All right. Anybody else? Something you're grateful for? Mary.
I'm thankful for my new client that somebody shared with me, and we are this close to making an offer.
Awesome.
So we've been touring all the new homes and the resale homes in this area. They have extremely specific guidelines and criteria, but it's just a blessing to help somebody who wants to be helped. Yeah, so I'm done with it. Go upstairs.
All right. Anyone else? Something you're grateful for before we jump into that? Anyone else? Okay. All right. Bruce. Pick me.
Elsie Phillips.
All right.
Yeah, I definitely need a box for that.
Okay.
Happy Valentine's Day to your wife.
There you go. It'll
Yeah, I definitely need a box for that.
all right. Okay, we'll do that. Awesome. Okay. Moving right along. So we have, just so you guys know, we have a shortened meeting today because if you don't know, the plan for today is we're going to try to get out of here by about 11:30. We may run a little bit over. We want you to grab lunch and then head over to the board, which is a couple doors down. Mary Fytek or Zoomwall, Mary Fytek, now known as Mary Zoomwall, is going to be hosting a training on command opportunities because you guys know that we're moving into command, and so we're going to have to start putting our transactions into command. That's how you're going to get paid. So she's actually looking for some people that are volunteering to kind of start that process and learn through that process. So it would very much behoove you to show up for that so that you're a little bit ahead of the game. So anyway, so that's, yeah.
Where do we go?
The board, Williamson County Association of Realtors. It's like 2 doors down, 123 East Old Settlers. Okay. And that starts at noon. So that's why we're going to wrap up the meeting a little bit early so that you can grab something to eat before you head that way. So, and we have a lot to get through. So, all right, we did that. Okay. So now our sponsors. So Gary, is Gary here? Gary, come on. All right, now because we're on a limited time,
I know,
you
just
get like
one-
2 minutes.
2 minutes,
I'm gonna
yeah.
go get my gun. Yeah. So someone start timing Gary when he starts.
Well, I should tell you. My name's Gary. I'm with Pure Clean. We are a restoration remediation company. We've been in business for 4 years as a franchise, but the company's been in business for over 20 years. That's a little scary.
Come on, you're 10 seconds already. Let's go.
Yeah, I've been shot at. It comes very far.
Yeah. So anyway, we specialize in water damage, fire, biohazards, odors, and mold. And a lot of things that's coming up just lately is mold. I don't know, if you have anybody has property management also, but if your clients buy a new house or whatever, well, older house, not a new house, you want to old. But what we do, we go out there and assess it and make sure it's not mildew or something. And if we think it's mold, and then we'll have somebody, a mold assessment company, come and do and if it's determined mold, and then we go in and do all the work for it, and as long as everybody's okay with it. But we don't make the mold assessment because we want to make sure it's mold and not something else. So anyway, with that being said, with the mold situation, we just get a lot of calls of that lately. What we do as a company, we go by 148, and what that means is when you call us in one hour or so, watch it go. 1 hour or so, we return the call within an hour. After 4 hours, with permission, we go out there and do the assessment, whatever it is, could be fire, mold, water damage, whatever. We come up with everybody's agreement and we set a report. And then if it's okay with everybody involved, then within 8 hours, we can start the job. So, and we're 24/7. So if any of your clients or property managers call and need something right away, we can do that. So with that being said, we believe in customer service. Where if you look on a Yelp, we're 5-star, and we communicate and stay with the beginning of the job till the very end.
Fire and home.
Anyway, so just on that, and we leave the customer service. We're with you all the way to the beginning till the end. Oh, goodness, it's not working. And you notice where I'm going. and customer service on that, and we also bill bags. What that means is one-stop shop. If you have a client or a property manager or whatever, we can start the job. Oh, good. Start the job and finish it. So that way the client doesn't. That way the client is always, we take care of all of it as a contractor too. So anyway, I'm done.
Thank you.
But
Thank you, Gary.
I have for everybody here.
Okay.
Can I pass these out?
We'll get it passed out.
Okay.
We'll get it passed out.
Can I get cards or how? Yep.
We can pass that bowl around right there.
Huh?
Pass that bowl around right there. All right. Ken, you're up.
Yes. Ken Singer, A to Zebra Home Inspections. Full service home inspection company. I've been in business for almost 2 years. The reason I came up with A to Zebra is because I'm also a sports official, so I have coaches and parents scream at me all the time, so that doesn't scare me at all. You can pass my cards around. I do buyer's inspections, seller's inspection, listing inspections, warranty inspections. I've been doing quite a bunch of those. And I also do something that I call a honeydew inspection, which is an abbreviated inspection. I'm not going to do the large features of the house. I'm just going to look quick and dirty. Those things that your client maybe can fix before listing, like an example is fixing the dishwasher hose is a great example. Please keep me in mind if you have new clients who, you see those houses. Sometimes I go into a house and I say, I thought they should have known I was coming, but they don't always know that. But if you have somebody who maybe needs a few things that could get fixed up before the inspection, and that would not, the honeydew would not include, I'm not going to climb on the roof, I'm not going to look at the HVAC, it's just going to be the simple things. But if you also want to do a pre-listing where I do the full inspection, I'll do that too. So anyway, please keep me in mind. Ken Singer, A to Zebra Home Inspections, make the right call.
Well, I was going to give them just enough time to pass those out, and then it was going to be over. Okay. All right. All right, so guests. Do we have any guests in the room? Brian, come on up. You got you know the rules, right?
Worship God. Anyways, Brian Matthews, Brian T. Cooling. I must speak for PuroClean. I know Israel, the owner, very well. I had to climb out of my house at 11 o'clock one night because our freaking toilet overflowed, and he showed up here and got it cleaned up, and he did great work. So, use PuroClean. He did a great guy. Anyway, so we're out of the Central Texas area, residential AC contractor, light commercial. Pretty much all aspects of air conditioners, design, installation, second opinion. We do new construction. Something that sets us apart is we do our own design work on new construction, or if there's like a remodel needs work done. As Ken doesn't do the AC inspections, we do those for you. That's how I can help you guys out. Or a lot of times I go out there and check the split temperature. There's more involved in it. With AC systems now, that's a tool to troubleshoot them, to check them, but it's not the end-all, pure-all air conditioner. The way the new higher efficient systems run, it can show correct split temperature, but it may not be. So it's best to call us out to do a checkup on it. We charge $99 for one system. For a second system, I think it's $59 if I'm not mistaken. We're actually going to take the unit apart. We're going to look at the motors, coils, things like that. I know a lot of times with the home warranties, they want some sort of inspection done before they'll warranty it. They want to make sure that it was checked out. So we can check them out and give you a clean bill of health. So when your person is buying the house, they can say, look, it was checked out before we moved in and they're covered. That's one aspect of it. Something else I can help you guys out with. I know a lot of times if your person's trying to sell a house, may not have the money to put a new AC system in, it gets flagged. I'll be willing to let that sit until closing of the house, which is like a month or so. I think I asked if there is a contract on it, and there is a fairly tight time frame, not 6 months out. Also, if you're financing, we do offer financing, 12 months, same as cash. A lot of people use that, which is a great product. If you're selling your home, you can get it financed, get it changed out, and paid off when you close your house. It also has some longer term financing. So she has a gun available. I don't want to get shot. So I am Brian Matthews, Brian T. Cooling. I gave y'all some cups here, or some cool travel mugs over for y'all. Some cards up there, so my name is on there, address, everything. So when you're drinking your coffee, the AC breaks, you know who to call.
Thank you.
Brian Matthews, Cooling. Y'all have a good day.
Can I say something real quick?
Sure.
I do inspect the AC when I do a full service, but I always recommend get it looked at by a professional, so do your part.
So that just one thing that I took from that is that's really huge, because right now when we have clients that need carpeting or they need something done and they can't afford to pay for it right now and they want to be able to pay for it at closing, that's a really great opportunity to add those vendors to our arsenal of people that can do stuff at closing. We have those people. All right, cool. All right, so training calendar. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Yes.
There's a potential security concern.
Yep, it's a harmful website.
So everybody knows about kwroundrock.com, right? Okay, so one thing that I'll tell you, scroll back up, please, is under the coaching tab, we're going to be relaunching that. If you have ever boot camps, Bruce and I worked really hard to put together a lot of information there, like buyer boot camps in there, how to work with the buyer from start to finish, how to work with the seller from start to finish, your 411, all kinds of stuff there. So when you get a chance, just kind of look and see what's there tool-wise. It's a really good resource. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, cool. Let me mention this on the left. We kind of changed the format of this. So the days in red have classes that you can register for. So you click on the day and register for those type of events. And so let's go through this week's calendar.
Okay, so today, like I said, right after this, 12 o'clock, we're going to head over to the board for command opportunities. If you have a laptop with you, bring it with you, because then you can kind of get in there and kind of follow along. If you don't, it's okay. I would still prefer that you be there, even if you don't have your laptop with you today. There is a property tour at 12:30 if that's something that you participate in. And then tonight, April is going to be teaching the first session of Ignite in the evening. So we have launched Ignite. For those of you that don't know, it's kind of a soft launch in the sense of we're just trying to get some of that information out to you before we start Bold, which is coming up. First step is March 26th. It's a Thursday, so save the date for that. There'll be some more information about Bold next time we meet. The other thing I will tell you is if you have any questions around Ignite or new agent training, then reach out to April, because we're, like I said, we're kind of still trying to get her up and running. She doesn't even have a KW email yet because we're having some technical difficulties. So just be patient with us as we kind of transition what kind of I've been doing and transition it to her and building a really great program that we're super proud of. So, okay.
So is the Ignite thing at 4:30?
It is. Okay. Yeah, so basically we're doing it in the daytime and we're doing it at evening. Evening is going to be a slower pace and you're going to be expected to watch the video prior to coming. But if you haven't watched the video and you want to come tonight, that's okay because we're learning through this process together. Okay.
Segue?
Yes.
Where can I go watch the video?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So we're on kwroundrock.com right now. If you click on training, there is a tab for Ignite. Click there. If you haven't registered with this site, please register. We'll approve you. Then you can get in and see all the videos.
All the Ignite information is posted there. So if you want to even do it on your own, I mean, if you're a more seasoned agent, but you'd like to have the opportunity to kind of refresh and kind of reboot, then you're more than welcome to look at that. If you want some more accountability and you want more of a group setting, we all learn differently, right? Some of us are really cool going online and learning stuff. Some of us want a classroom atmosphere. Some of us actually want to see it being done. So we're trying to offer all those different options for you, whatever works best for you and your schedule. Okay, so tomorrow, it is tomorrow. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we're teaching Ignite during the day from 9 to 11:30. So it's like an hour video, and then it's script practice and actually making your calls and then sharing your successes. And I know I wasn't here on Friday, but I know that last week April made mention to me that people were actually getting business from making their calls. Imagine that. So anyway, so come if you can. And then Bruce will be teaching Command at 10:30, and then we have a video basics class with an agent. He's from another office, but he's going to come in and teach us about video basics. So if you're wanting to make videos, you don't really know where to start, this would be a great class to attend to see how to get that started. All right, 13th. Okay, so Ignite again in the morning, then Bruce will be here in the evening on Thursday night to help you with any of your techniques. And then on Friday, we'll have Ignite, and it's Valentine's Day. So, yay. And then family reunion starts. One thing I want to say, I'm probably going to skip ahead, but one thing I want to say about family reunion this year is for the first time ever, you can buy a day pass for family reunion. So if you just want to drive up, go Saturday, a day pass for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Monday's Simon Sinek that Gary Keller is going to be interviewing. It's $199 for a day pass. So you could literally hop in your car, drive to Dallas, spend the day up there and drive home, or stop somewhere along the way outside of the city where you can't get a hotel room, and then go home the next day, whatever. So, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, more information at familyreunion.kw.com.
Right. Okay, and then you don't have to open it bigger. I can actually read that.
Okay.
So, and then we won't have a team meeting. You know, we're doing team meetings twice a month now, so we won't have a team meeting next Tuesday. You guys can read the calendar. I don't have to tell you. But then on the one thing I will want to tell you is 2 weeks from today, we're going to have a family reunion panel. So if you didn't go to family reunion, or even if you did go to family reunion, you're going to be on the panel. If you didn't go to family reunion, it's a great opportunity for you to come and listen to what happened at family reunion, which there's a huge buzz around the fact that the consumer app is going to be released during family reunion. So we're super excited about that. Okay.
All right, back to PowerPoint.
Yep. Okay, hold on. Okay. Anybody have any buyer needs? Anybody have a buyer they can't find something for? Anybody have any new listings? Stacy.
So I've got a listing across from Joe Johnson Elementary in Wills Branch area. It needs some TLC. It's going to go on the market probably between $315 and $320, but it is like perfect, location. Really nice big backyard. We're going to have a pre-market open house this Sunday, and then we'll likely be on the market the following Tuesday. So, and that's at 3001 Sauls Drive. It's the actual name of that specific tiny area is Willow Run, but it's Willow Run. Yeah.
Alright, anybody else have a buyer need or a new listing? Okay, Cardi on. Is that,
Video.
what's happening?
Video.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so if y'all haven't seen this 5 million times like I have, we want to show you one. So here's the deal. I know Dustin has informed me that he is 100% ready to go when this thing launches. So he told me if when they tell us at family reunion it's out, he's going to run out of the room. You've got to go do something. So
I'm going to go send to all of my clients a link to my mobile app so they can download it immediately.
Right. So anybody, so this is basically the 4 steps to prepare for the new consumer app. Is there a video with this?
Yeah, it's a short introduction and then information on how to
Okay,
do
so we're just going to show you guys real quick. It's a little short video.
Happy 2020, Keller Williams. This is the year for Keller Williams and our KW Consumer app, slated to be released at Family Reunion, and of course, subject to change. However, you have to ask yourself, are you ready if the new app were to come out at Family Reunion, which is now 6 weeks away? So what I was thinking about was, okay, what would be those 4 things I would need to do in Command in order for the new consumer app to really create that consumer experience? And remember, we're not in a technology war, we're in a consumer experience war. Who can provide the best experience from beginning to end for the consumer in a digital space? That's what we're working on. So I thought about it and I came up with the 4 things in Command that if I had them working would allow my consumer app to provide a great consumer experience. So first, setting up your marketing profile. Can the people learn about you and have the right contact information, photo, and information inside Command? That's step 1. Step 2, do I have contacts in Command that actually have addresses and neighborhoods tagged so that my consumer will get the unique one-to-one experience about the neighborhood and information they care about? Step 3, have I created my opportunity checklist and phases and stages to guide the consumer through the process of buying and selling a home? And 4, have I set up my new agent sites, which is the web version of the consumer app? So if we do those 4 things, you will have your mobile app ready to go in February when it launches or whenever it does come out. And that's why I wanted to create this playlist for you. So if you follow me on YouTube and check out my playlist specific to these 4 things, you will be ahead of the game and ready to go with your consumer app day 1 when it launches. So follow me on YouTube, check out that playlist, get those 4 things done. If you've already done one of the steps, that's fine, just skip ahead. But make sure you've got these 4 components ready to go for best practices. And we're gonna have a great 2020 and redefine the definition of technology and the consumer experience in real estate.
So we made this, Dustin helped us make this link. If you go to kwrr.link/app prep.
There's lots of P's.
Yeah, a lot of P's. That will take you to that YouTube playlist so you can watch the next 4 videos, which are how to do the 4 steps by this gentleman. So
I would encourage you to do that this week. Is make that something that you do this week. So, anybody have any questions that may or may not be able to answer about the consumer app? Okay, awesome. All right. The other thing is, I think that if you guys don't know, they're going to be live streaming a lot of stuff from Family Reunion. So just make sure you go to KW Connect or whatever and look. They'll be live streaming a lot of that stuff. So if you're an opportunity where you can sit in front of your computer and watch for a little while, that might be if you've not gone there. Okay. Last thing is I just want to recognize, yes, Tom.
A quick question on the app. Does that mean the old app is going bye-bye?
So from what I understand, if someone already has the your current app, it's just an update. So they don't have to uninstall and reinstall another app. It's actually just an update. So if you have people that already have your app, then you're going to want to make sure that they know they need to update the app because it's a totally different experience now.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, cappers. So we wanted to congratulate Francis Crossley for capping last night. So yay, Francis. And then we have some new agents. So this is Kim Domain. So Kim actually has a full-time job. She's a part-time agent, so you probably don't get to see her very often. Alice McIntyre. She's not here today. Ben, Ben is camera shy, so we don't have a picture of Ben. So you guys know, Ben is like 18 years old, still in high school. He got his real estate license, and he's already shadowed 2 open houses, and he's been asking me all week, I need an open house for this weekend. So, and then Lori is transitioning from part-time to full-time. She currently works in the dental industry. And Charles is spelled wrong, but that's okay.
Yep, my bad.
So Charles also has a full-time job, but I don't think he goes to work till like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so he can be here sometimes in the morning for stuff. And then we didn't get your name right, but that's okay.
That was Candy's fault.
Okay, yeah. So this is April, our new productivity coach. So congratulations. And then this is back to what I told you guys, that the day passes are available for $199. So if you just wanted to pick one day to go down, then that's an option for you.
I think we're inspiration now.
Okay. All right. So we're going to wrap it up with, yes.
Are you finished?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm glad you're with me today on Minute with Maxwell. My name is John, and I would like to talk to you on the principle of collaboration, which is a higher level than cooperation. You see, when I cooperate with you, that means I sit down and we work together. But when I collaborate with you, we sit down and I want to work with you and get together. There's a difference between us just getting together and cooperating, that's good, and wanting to get together and wanting to cooperate. It's that want that makes collaboration such a higher level word and a higher level walk than just cooperation. And what I've discovered is this. I've never collaborated with anyone that's good, that they didn't make me better. So when I go into a meeting with peers and people that we're going to discuss an idea or talk about a way of direction for an organization, whenever I get together with them, I get very excited because I know 3 things about that meeting. One is, I'll learn something. You cannot be around the table collaborating, sharing, that you don't learn something. It's just an impossibility. In fact, if you spend time with people and you're not learning something, you just really are with the wrong people. Trust me on this. The second thing I know that I'm going to pick up, though, is I'm going to pick up creativity. Because when you get good people in a room and they start collaborating, it's the synergy and the mixing of the ideas that gives the greatest idea. A great idea is a result of several good ideas. Good ideas that are put out on the table. And it's going to be a wonderful time to not only learn something, but to really become more creative. And I find myself thinking things that I wouldn't have thought if I wouldn't be in the room with those people. Doing things I wouldn't have done if I wouldn't have been in the room with those people. You see, they make me better. They make me more creative. I'm learning from them. And the third thing that I'm going to learn when I leave that room and get out of that room is that I'm going to value the people in that room more than I ever have. I always walk away from those kind of meetings just kind of shaking my head and say, man, those guys are good. Those ladies are good. Wow. I've got more respect for them. I value them greater because I've watched them work. I've watched them share. I've watched them build off of each other, play off of each other, get better together. So there's nothing I enjoy more. I mean, if somebody said, what is an enjoyable day for you? Just let me in a room with about 6 people that just love what I love and do what I do. And let's just make it better. Let's just put it on the table and may the best idea wins, and let's just keep adding value to each other. And I promise you, I'm energized. By the end of that day, it's been a good day for me. That's what collaboration is all about. Wanting to work together. I sure hope you've got some people you like to collaborate with, and I sure hope you do it soon. Thanks for being with me today on Minute with Maxwell.
All right, cool. So, I love the distinction between collaboration and like just working to cooperation. Thank you. The other big word. I want to say that and just remind you that the staff here, we are collaborators with you. We actually really care about you and your business, and that's how we operate. I would say probably all the vendors here today, it's more of a collaboration than it is just working together. And if you're running a team, is your team collaborating or are you all just cooperating, right? So just something to think about.
Thanks, Bruce.
Thank you, Ron.
All right, is there something you want to say before
I'm
I
just gonna
close?
see if I get some more cards.
Did we
pass the ball
Well,
around?
someone's thinking.
There's 2 of us.
There was 2 of us.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna go out for lunch, so maybe you'll get some cards out there.
All right.
Perfect. All right. Thanks, everyone. Grab some lunch, and I'll see you all at the board at noon. Yep.
Yeah, we got help. Go ahead and clean up that block.
When going in for a hug, make it clear what you are doing. Tip number 2, show your sincerity. There is nothing worse than a sloppy, half-hearted attempt at a hug. Remember, a hug is a gift. And when you go in for the hug, grip your friend firmly in your arms for at least 2 seconds and mean it. Tip number 3, go with the flow. If you have a bear hugger approaching you, embrace it. Don't force the one-armed, half-hug backslap. Nothing says awkward more than trying to turn a bear hug into a halvesies. Now that's it. If you follow these simple tips, you'll be ready for an awesome week filled with hugs. And may I remind you, you gotta give and get 7 hugs a day, or you start to get a little bit weird. So let's all make it a goal to give out 7 hugs every single day. Happy hugging.